Welcome to another episode of the Linux Ninja Show. We are talking about immutable, atomic, fancy words that we will discover in a minute what they mean, but frankly, no idea. So Fedora Atomic desktops. I chose Fedora. I like Fedora. I tried this. I really tried my best to try this. I'm a sysadmin. I'm not a developer, but I tried. So here's my review. How did it go? Let's scroll down here. We have Silverblue, which is based on the GNOME desktop, GNOME and Keyunite. Let's Keyunite together over the KDE. I like KDE. We have Sway, Budgie, and Cosmic. I chose Cosmic. I've been rooting for Cosmic ever since they started. I really like the project. I hope they succeed, and it looks stunning. I really like it. Atomic or immutable, what do these words entail? Well, everything in /user is read-only. So everything that's kind of like root stuffy is read-only. So you can't write to that. So users, applications, or background scripts or stuff cannot alter or corrupt, basic foundational system files. Your home directory is not in /home anymore. It's in /var. And var and etc remain writable. What are the key features, the key selling points that might make you want to try it out? I would say for me, it's the transactional updates. So atomic updates. Systems updates are not applied to live files that are running. So the update manager creates a completely new image, downloads it in the background, and when you reboot, you're actually using this new image. And because updates are applied as a single atomic unit, either the update completes 100% or not at all. So there's no like this halfway state between we got halfway through it and the system is halfway broken or something like that. Another huge plus is if you manage somehow to go shebang and break your system because you layered a package that you shouldn't have. If something goes kaboom, we're going to talk about layered packages in a minute, just wait. But it's simple as rebooting, selecting a previous OS state in the grub menu, and bada bing, it's a-okay. This is where we dive into deep waters and things get murky, and my sysadmin mind goes clunk, clunk. And it's going to break. It has broken. That's why I'm not using Atomic anymore, because I could not get out of my sysadmin-y way of thinking. I'll own it. It's me. It's not you. It's me. That's the whole thing here. And what am I talking about? The core system is read-only, which is the whole point of the thing. Applications are kept separate from the base operating system. You have your desktop applications, and usually you install them via the Flatpak, and they run, hopefully, potentially, they should, in their own sandbox container, separate from the host system. Then you have your command line tools and your development tools, all the packages, NeoVim, everything that you need to actually get your work done. And that's installed using Toolbox, which comes by default. You can use DistroBox as well. And all those tools and development stuff is running in an isolated container environment. Then you have this situation where you have core drivers or essential system tweaks that you have to do. And this is where my mind went. Where is my mind? Like I feel like I'm not functioning within the system. It was like, and because within an immutable or atomic distro, you have stuff that you have to do, but only when strictly necessary. It's kind of like it's frowned upon, but we all have to do it. So when you have to do it, you have to do it. You use RPM OS tree to accomplish that. RPM OS tree allows you to create a layer that puts in these core drivers or system tweaks that you need onto the base OS image. I felt like I was breaking the system. I was not using it as intended. I was swimming against the stream. And right away, I installed libvirt, QEMU, Vagrant, Vertman, stuff that I needed. And it needs to be layered. And also WesTerm. WesTerm did not work It's not happy if you run it as a container. It needs space. It needs freedom. It needs to run in the field. Keep in mind, if you layer a package, you have to reboot the machine because it's a completely new image, which makes sense. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine the scene. Close your eyes. I've layered the packages. I rebooted the machine. I'm a happy camper. Everything is awesome. It's working. I'm getting it. I'm starting to jive. I'm starting to feel it. And then I got a burst of optimism. I thought, well, I'm just going to install the NVIDIA drivers. And Linux, NVIDIA, yes, best friends, best buddies from youth. And but you sprinkle immutable on top of that, and it's a marriage made in hell. It was already a bad marriage. Now it's like, it's suicidal. It's terminal. It's not going to work out. I got it working. That's not the issue. I was like, but this isn't good. Now let's just stop talking about that. That's a PTSD of shrinkishy, of Linuxy things. People are in the future are going to discover us and wonder, why in the heck did you do it that way? But let's move on. I'm a DevOps kind of a guy. I can be a developer. I can develop. And so I created a toolbox container, installed NeoVim, everything that I needed to use, all in my container. Doom. It's my sanctuary. Then I figure out that I always have to enter my container to run these things, of course. Then I create an alias. And I'm like, why the heck do I have to create an alias for everything that I want to run without writing toolbox enter in my container? It's because Toolbox does not support export stuff. And so you might say, of course you're going to do that. In the comments, say use DistroBox. Well, I'm not. I'm using what came with the thing. And so that's one of the things that I started to dislike. I acknowledge I'm looking at you. You are right. I am wrong. I'm using it wrong. But the thing is, I feel like I'm jumping through hoops to use my text editor or basic sysadmin tools. And that's because I'm a sysadmin. I'm thinking about this wrong. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, the brass tacks of it all. Like, who is this for? I would say developers that just code in isolated environments, containers, everything is throwaway, and there are no sacred cows. You don't name, there are no pets. Like, who cares? It's gone. And also another people group, I would say casual users who just want a stable system. They don't even know that their root file system is immutable, read-only. And they install most of their things via Flatpak. I would say those two groups, definitely. Where does it get a no? No, okay, no is a bit harsh. Let's go maybe. I'm still a maybe baby. So sysadmins, home labbers, and power users who constantly are tweaking. We're using spin up local VMs. You're messing with services, etc. Those are the people that it's going to be no, maybe. Am I still using it? No, I'm not. And that's not because there's something wrong with immutable distros and something is wrong with me. I'm broken on the inside. No, it's because I felt like I was going against the whole ethos of the thing, the whole paradigm. I was like, I'm using the tool. Computers are a tool. Distributions are a tool. I'm using it wrongly, in the wrong way. And so it felt like a hammer when I needed a screwdriver, because that's my primary purpose with using Linux. I'm a sysadmin kind of a guy. So if you're a developer, definitely use it. I would highly recommend it. Or maybe you're more of a casual user and you use Flatpaks a lot. So I would definitely then check this out. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Until the next time.